Long time no see. No, I'm not trying to be cringe or anything. Yeah, this is an actual YouTube video, from your boy, Mr. Ian, slash Mr. Dutch Channel Fire. I really need to change that name. Anyway, I've been gone a very long time, obviously. It's been 15 months or so. But hey, still kicking around. Tons of stuff has happened. I went on a really bizarre trip around America. And it ended up being, again, more just bizarre than anything. I was really expecting it to be like this weird hippie adventure, but it ended up just being more of a really long vacation where I had a bunch of weird food, met a lot of really weird people, as in, like, probably need some mental assistance, but are also, you know, really good people. But the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because I collected a lot of weird figures during this period. During the last year, I've definitely slowed down on that whole rigmarole. But I don't know. I had a lot of money saved up, and I went to a lot of weird toy stores around. Phoenix was particularly interesting for that. And I found a lot of holy grail items, if you will. Um, Checked a lot of things off my list, and in recent memory, I also did that right now, where I've been checking off some, weird Transformers and stuff like that I've been wanting basically since childhood. I got the Cybertron, Optimus Prime, and Megatron that I've been wanting since I was like 4. That was like really cool to me, and that's just why this weird story is applicable. But anyway, I've been trying to keep busy. And I do still, again, post private videos to my YouTube channel quite often. It's just, I'm not interested in sharing those. It's mostly just either me ranting about some stupid stuff, not like, you know, incel stuff, but, the one I think of off the top of my head that I just saw is I watched Evangelion, the movie, in Tucson, Arizona, at a fancy KOA resort while I was in the bathtub drinking chocolate milk. And if you hear that, uh, you probably think I'm high as a kite in that video. But I go on about like accounting and just like crazy stuff. And I don't think that content would be too interesting. It's reminiscent of what I'm doing right now. Anyway, I was just going through some of my old videos a couple minutes ago, really. I've been doing that recently. I have a lot of interesting stuff. Here's a small sample.
Who is a detective who lives in Anaba?
Adachi?
Adachi?
Am I going to explain any of that? Yes, actually. I'll say to you 2020 to 2021 humor. Keith, the crazy, weird redneck gardener who also really likes toy collecting. Great dude. I think he's criminally insane. No offense if you hear that, Keith. Still a cool dude. Yes, I'm a pasty, nerdy white guy. That was me when I was about 10, 11, saying I'm a sexy cowboy. And yeah, that's all I really need to say. All right, so I've rambled on for about 5 minutes. I'm really good at that. If you guys even remember my channel, and if you're still with me right now, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm about to show you the weird, deleted intro, unreleased thing I was going to do for a segment that I never finished, where I was going to be reviewing everything I was buying on this road trip. And the, interesting aspect of that is I would have been reviewing them in the locations I bought them, as in the states I bought them. So everything I bought in Seattle, I was going to review on the snowy hilltops in Washington. etc. Stuff like that. So this was kind of my test intro for that, but I never really ended up filming too much, so I decided not to release it. And then I'm going to show you 1.5/2 reviews that I never released. I could milk this for more, but I don't think anyone frankly cares. And I think it'll be fun to do kind of a, I don't want to say a comeback special. I would love to do more reviews. I do have kind of a new studio set up a little more contemporary, and I think it could be fun, but I am definitely not making any promises. Like I did in the Imagination Chronicle thing, which I'll also be releasing soon. All right, I'll shut up. So without further ado, here we go.
Hi, Ian, good to see you. It's Natsuki from Aberlin, Japan. Thank you for always watching, and you are great family. Nice. Yeah, and around America. Oh my God. Oh, good fucking plan. Nice. Good travel. And around America, it's a great adventure. I'm sure you'll find a diamond. Oh, if you find a diamond, bring it to Japan and give it to me. Go fuck yourself.
Wait, hold on. Disturbed is way too edgy for this. And the whole logo just looks like shit anyway, alright? Redo the whole thing. Just get rid of it.
No, I guess I can't really do my old voice. Yeah, it's modern me again. I don't have audio for this video. I don't think I actually have any proper audio for this video. And as you can tell, this framing is super off. Really, these are kind of incomplete videos that I'm not cutting up too much. They're in their pretty raw state just because, I don't know, they're a little nostalgic for me at this point because I've had them on the shelf for so long. All right, but anyway, this is set number 5955. My freaking arm is blocking it though. And it's going to have, I believe, 176 pieces. It was released in 2000. It is the, 186 according to the box. I don't think that's necessarily true though. Yeah, it was released in 2000. It is called the All-Terrain Trapper. It's part of Adventurers, part of the Dino Jungle subline, 3 minifigs. And it weighs approximately 500 grams, I think. 571 grams, maybe? It doesn't really matter. I'm sorry, I'm kind of making fun of myself here because I don't really care about these minute details as much anymore. You can just look this stuff up online. You don't need some, hairy ape like me telling you what the price and piece count and blah, blah, blah is. I'm more here to review the physical plastic you get. I got this set for $20 at a toy show a couple years ago. At the time, this video was brand new for me. I just got it. But I guess it would have been about a year and a half ago. And we're just staring at the box. Wonderful content. Absolutely love this past self. Alright, so let's take a better look at this box. As you can see, sides are pretty cool. I love how they used to put these actual pictures of the sets. You can see the last guy who owned this put duct tape on it, which is interesting. This guy has quite the Lego collection. He'll come around. I do not know his name, but he has some very rare sets. I believe he had a Black Pearl inbox last time I saw him, and I've not seen him since. So pretty impressive stuff if you ask me. can also see some of the alternate builds on the back. People eat this stuff up. I think they're fun, but not incredible. Alright, while past me is geeking out about the comic book on the back of the box, I just want to comment. I think that prototype intro, it's obviously like the first cut, was really weird. I don't know why I felt the need. Well, I do know why. My intros are getting increasingly more dramatic with the rock and roll, so I put like really heavy metal in it, and it's like really cringy. And then I comment on that, but you can't really hear it because I put a flange over my voice. It's just like a mess. And then I put the freaking Trigun intro music. It's really funny to me. And you could also tell I live in North Carolina, as I've said a billion times. And you could tell I only got to Virginia and I had only purchased one figure. And I just took some footage of it just because. And I used that for the intro. If I was actually serious about it, I think I would have waited and then filmed more and then used aspects of that in the intro like I normally do. But a part of me deep down, I think, just wanted to make an intro for fun. Alright, and then let's take a look at the instruction manual. I actually don't remember this instruction manual too well. You gotta love it. Classic 2000s instruction manual. Slightly confusing, the color's off, but the artwork is phenomenal. As you can see with this really interesting dinosaur thing, it shows you like what they eat and how dangerous they are, and it has these cool illustrations. It looks like it's jumped straight out of some sort of Bicolagapedia, some one of them old books you'd read on that old shelf. But pretty cool indeed. I could definitely see this being educational. And boom, you got something on the back. Holy crap. I have my snake ring in this. That broke like a year ago. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about that thing. That was also in like all of my old videos. I'm so nostalgic right now. That is so crazy. That was weird, man. I don't know how I feel about the snake ring. That's just such a blast from the past. Alright, and out of nostalgia's sake, I will shut up and put on some like smooth jazz for you to listen to. And there we go, man. That really brought back some memories, looking through all that old music, listening to it. And man, just brings me back to the good old days and how happy I was doing these videos. I really found enjoyment in it. Even though, my highest viewed video was only like 3, 4, 5,000, something around there. It still just, it warmed my heart to make these. I thought they were so fun. I felt like I was Jang or something. I don't know. On top of the world. But quick build. It was actually pretty fun, from what I can remember. I don't know. Very chunky. Nothing you would ever see today. All right. So this is the first segment. This set also comes with a bunch of like little land pieces. Here it is next to good old Tahu. And Tahu has found a permanent home up on a high shelf. If I continue to do reviews, he'll not be the size comparison anymore. I'm very sorry. Very sorry indeed. Alright, so let me just take Alexis out of here. And we can take a look at this. It's pretty small, but it has a lot of personality. It has this kind of like beer keg, which is really, really just weird. Lego used to do that kind of stuff all the time. But, they've changed. You have some camping equipment, a box of guns, like America should be, baby, boxes of guns. And that's about it. It's pretty simple, but I definitely feel like it gets an idea across. It has some foliage, it has some rocks. I mean, it's a great set piece. And as I was saying, we don't get things like this too often anymore. And speaking of Lego and often and anymore, they're making a Bionicle set. Apparently, I'm going to have to get that. Like, that is bait, and I'm going to get that. All right, I'm sorry. All right, here's my favorite segment, probably, of the land masses. Let me just bust out Tahu again. Oh, yeah, it feels good. And as you can see, there's some sort of gimmick with this. It's actually really cool, and it works pretty well. If you press down on the ramp, Lanette will flip over and capture whatever stepped on this pressure plate. It's pretty cool, and it works pretty well. Hopefully, I'll show it in a minute. There we are. Oh, yeah. And it's pretty easy to reset. And it works with like any minifig or dinosaur you have on hand. And boom, bada bing. I just think that's really fun. And again, for the third time, Lego doesn't make things like this anymore. Oh, there's that snake ring again. Oh my gosh. The nostalgia. And here's the actual all-terrain trapper. This thing is a mess. It's a blue and gray thing with brown wheels or gray wheels. I don't know. I said brown. It's actually a boat. If you notice, I'll bust Tahu out real fast. See, I feel like you don't get a good sense of scale with Tahu here. I'm whipping it out, man, in like 2 seconds, putting it back in. You're not getting much enjoyment out of that. All right, let me fiddle with some great fun stuff off camera real quick. Love this. But I gotta say, I don't know what I would want the format for like a reboot would be. I'm thinking more chill, something like that. Just, at a desk with some kind of more cool lighting. As I was saying, I have more contemporary-ish setup. And just more chill environment, I think would be cool. Less, I don't know how to describe it. But a lot of my videos just, in some ways, lacked personality. That's not quite what I mean. I mean more like it felt like copying someone else. Also, if you hit the front, it launches this net, which is pretty cool. That's the set's like main gimmick. But yeah, I felt like I was kind of copying people like Jang and LJ. I didn't really find my own footing. And I think that was a huge reason why I didn't do too well. Also, looking back, a lot of these videos are not as high quality as I remember, especially that first and second like little season I did. Whoo, that stuff is bad. Like, the quality of what I'm doing right now with this kind of monologue. Like it's not good. I actually did really enjoy the season 3. I thought that was a lot more, I don't know, quote unquote professional. And I also thought the Imagination Chronicles thing, which I just watched, you can tell by the end of it, I got bored and cut it super short. I was like, just getting into things, and all of a sudden I was just like, you know what? No, I'm good. And I kind of ended up abruptly with all these false promises. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make a part 2, bro. Isn't it nice, bro? And I never do. You know, trying not to offend my British audience. I know you guys are out there. I'm doing that voice out of respect. All right. No offense. No offense. Not gonna name any names. You know who you are. Love you, bro. Big supporter. Mwah. Anyway, back to what I was saying about being professional. I really enjoyed that Imagination Chronicles. I think I'm pretty funny. However, it does lack some authenticity. You can tell I'm being very theatrical and just forcing a lot of things. But I think there's potential there. And I think there's a mix of everything I've done that could be, interesting and more me, which in turn would be probably more interesting for the viewer. And I'm also just trying to think what y'all would want to watch. I just got the Kotobo Kia Zero. Would you guys be interested in watching a video about him? It's very expensive, but very cool looking. And also, this is Stegosaurus. He's a brick, but a very charming brick indeed. Gotta love him. And this is the Triceratops. He's pretty cool. I would say a little bit less of a brick. He looks more simple with just this gray body instead of the brown body with texture, but he has a tail. Lucky him. And ooh, doggy. He also has this really cool articulated head with these like little horns. Boom. Look at that range. I think that's so cool. I just honestly really miss the pre-molded Lego dinosaurs. I think they were so interesting. And they're very similar to minifigs in that they had just oodles of personality. Aight. So here is our first minifig out of 3. Cough, cough. I count this as a minifig, which would really be 4. It's a baby dinosaur. And honestly, I would count all the dinosaurs. So you'd really have 6 in this set, which I think is an absolute steal. I believe it retailed for about $30 back in the year 2000. It might have even been, no, it was 20 actually, which I think is like pretty great, especially this big a $20 set now is just crazy to me. It does retail more for $30 to $40, but still, I think that's a pretty good price. Just saying. All right, here's Alexis. She's a bad girl. I don't have too much to say about her. She just kind of has a cool gender-ish neutral torso. I know freaking Lego fans are crazy over that stuff. She has a little bit of boob action, so I know all of you Lego fanboys are gonna absolutely flip, but whatever. And she has some cool face printing with the hair. Uh, you know, you gotta do it with the classic 2000s Lego stuff. You got to. All right. Let me scramble around. Where's the other minifig? He's gone. Where did he go? He's missing. Ah, there we go. Here we have a Mr. Cunningham with black thigh piece, I believe. No, black hips. That's what it is. Remembered. And he's just a good old boy, isn't he? He uses his yes ma'ams and no sirs. Um, I love his, little pot belly. He's had some Brunswick stew and beer in his day. I just love him. He just has oodles of personality, as I was saying. This period, just has such great printing. I don't want to say necessarily in like quality of art, it's not the Mona Lisa, but it's doing the job. I think it looks great, and it's actually really good quality, as in it's not gonna rub off too easily. That's another thing that I've noticed. It's a little bit of a difference from modern Lego to past Lego, as in the 2000s, is the quality of prints has decreased a little bit, in my opinion, or at least with color. I definitely think the 2009 period, which was like my prime Lego time, the prints would rub off like crazy. All right, it's not perfect. And here is our last minifig, Baron von Baron, with pith helmet, and he's just a classic minifig. I loved him as a kid. He was always like getting into cahoots with evil aliens or trying to take the energy source of friendly aliens. I don't know why I always went for aliens when I was playing with adventure stuff. I think it was because it was Egypt. I only had the Egypt stuff for the most part. And it just, ancient aliens, I guess. And here we are, the final verdict screen. But I really already gave my verdict for this set. It's freaking badass. Every part of it's fun, good features, good minifigs, good price. Buy it. You should buy it right now. All right, so that was my kind of deep dive thing, tell all video. That's most of my kind of locked behind doors stuff that's really interesting at all. There's one more Lego review that's pretty short, and the aforementioned Imagination Chronicles. Besides that, that's it. Fun stuff, isn't it? Bro, what was that noise? I swear I saw my cat, but then she wasn't there. I need to go to bed. Anyway, hopefully I'll post more at some point. I love you all very much. Good day.